Hi loves, welcome or welcome back to Olives. If this is your first time seeing this face, my name is Olivia, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for always stopping by. In this video, I'll share with you how I made this simple crop top that I paired with this skirt. I would like you to keep on watching while you learn with me. Let's get right into this video. I'll be making this top with the leftover material I have from our swimsuit tutorial, and I'm going to fold this into two like this. For the back, it wasn't enough, so I had to do some cuts and join somewhere to get what I want. Okay, so I'll fold that into two as well. Both front and back are on fold. Okay, from the top part, I'm going to mark down 1 inch as my starting line. In case you are working with no cut and join like mine, fold your material into 4 equal parts. Okay, and now the width of whatever I have right now is 12 inches. You can decide to have more than that. It's like a kimono. Okay, so it comes together with a sleeve, so if you want a longer sleeve, then you do so. Now from the starting line, I'm going to mark my half length plus 1 inch to make my crop top. You can actually maintain your normal half length. Okay, I'll put the markings into a straight line and then add extra 1 inch as hemming allowance. So I'll move on to cut this out. Now I'm going to work with a neck width of 3.5 inches. This is a square neckline, that's for the front. Okay, so the depth of the front is going to be 6 inches, so I'll mark 6 inches here. I'll mark the same 3.5 inches like this, and also mark down 6 inches just as you see. So I'll square this up. Now to create the actual square neckline, I'll go in from here, right, by ½ inch like this, and reconnect it to the neck width. Having created my front neckline, I'll come down from the starting line by ½ inch and slant it like this. Okay, so I can have a shoulder slope. I'll come down by 1 inch like this to create the back neck width. I don't want my front neckline to be so deep, so I'll go up by about 1 cm, which will create the sewing allowance. Okay, so by the time I sew, I'll have my 6 inches back. Now I'm going to add ½ inch joining allowance to the shoulder line like this, and that is all I need to draft my cute crop top. Now I need a space where my arm will pass through, right? So from the starting line, I'll mark down 9 inches. For feet, I'll use quarter of my bust, and that will be directed to the 9 inches I have like this. Okay, and the waist will not be fit, so the same measurement, which is quarter of my bust, will be used at the waist. I'll put it to a straight line like this. Actually, I'm not going to stitch it, but I'm showing you how it's going to be. Okay, so I'm going to leave it this way, and I'll cut out the neckline. So I'll put the back aside and cut out the front neckline. I will also cut facing for the front, which will also be on fold. So I'll place it this way and cut out the neckline. For the length of the facing, I have 2 inches. Now the shoulder width for the facing will be 3 inches. Okay, you can use the same 3 inches for the length of the facing. So this is the front facing. I'll repeat the same process for the back. Now same thing, I do not have enough material, so for the back facing, I'm going to be doing cut and join as well. So I'll place it this way, locate my joining allowance, and cut my neckline. I'll pin the center back together like this. The depth of the facing will be 3 inches and the shoulder width will also be 3 inches. I'll connect it this way and cut out. So this is my back facing. Okay, so I'll be joining the shoulders of both front and back together. I'll pin them together like this and stitch with 1/2 inch. After working on the shoulder, I'll hem the sides and also hem the lower part of the top. Okay, then after I can bring in my measurement. So from the center of the dress open like this, I'll mark 1/4 of my bust on both sides with the same 9 inches down from the shoulder. Okay, this depends on you. It depends on how you want your arm to feel free in the top. Okay, so I'll have it this way, but this will be at the right side of my top after stitching everything together. Okay, and also this will be done after hemming the lower part of the top, if everything makes sense. This is after stitching the shoulder together. I left a slit 4 inches from the neck and then I left the rest to be a slit. Now I've also hemmed the sides. I also worked on the hem of the top as well as the shoulders of my facing. I joined them with 1/2 inch. I'll bring in my top and pin the neckline of both the facing and the top together. Next up, I'll stitch the neckline together with just 1/4 inch. I'll trim off excess, snip through and also understitch. Now I have the right side of my top like this. Okay, so this is what I'll be doing. Just like I marked on the wrong side, I'll just mark it this way, transfer the markings. So in actual fact, this is how the top is going to be. It's very simple. I'll stitch from where I want my armhole to start from down to the waist of the top or the hem of the top. Okay, but I'll do this after joining the necklines together. Okay, so here I'm sewing the necklines together. I'll trim off excess and also snip through the corners and the round parts of the necklines. For the 2 corners of the square neckline, you want to snip well so that after you understitch it lays well. Okay, that is what I am doing, and I overstep my boundary. I cut through the stitching line. So after repairing that, I have to snip through again. This time I was careful. I was careful. So after doing this, then I am ready to understitch. This is a very simple top. Let me know in the comment section if you will try it out or you've already tried it. Let me know what you think and how it looked on you. Right, so on the shoulder, I'm going to flip in the facing like this and pin the facing together with the shoulder seam allowance, right, so I can tag them together. I'll repeat the same thing to the other side of the shoulder. This is how the square neckline also looks like. I never tried it, so I decided to do it in this tutorial. With the explanation I made earlier, I'll stitch on the right side of the top this way and also stitch the other side as well. I hope you enjoyed watching and learning with Olives. If yes, give this video a very thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.